Hi, welcome back to the Gemhawks YouTube channel. Today I want to share with you the first of two heart-based tutorials for wirework jewellery, or indeed wall decor if you prefer. So I'm wearing one of the samples as a piece of jewellery, which is kind of cute. I like it anyway. And then this one I made about 5 or 6 years ago, and it's been hung on my wall ever since. So if you can see a sneaky bit of dust, sorry about that. So we're going to be working with 1mm or 18 gauge wire, and also 0.6mm, which is 22 gauge wire. Now if you don't have access to that second one, 0.4mm gauge or 26 gauge wire will be perfectly adequate. The reason I wanted to use a slightly heavier light wire today is because it enables the stones or the beads that you're using to just sit that little bit more strongly around the outside. So if you're going to wear it as jewellery, it's quite nice in terms of longevity and holding form for it to be slightly heavier gauge wire. So if you join me down at the board, I'll show you how we're going to create that now. So here's one of the example pieces, and the framework is 1mm or 18 gauge wire, and my winding on wire could either be 0.6 or 22 gauge, 0.4, 26 gauge. Certainly for wall decor, the lighter of those two wires is perfectly adequate. I've got some crystal bicones. These are Swarovski in tanzanite tone, and they're 4mm drilled bicone crystals. And I've also got Swarovski Pearls in a 4mm ivory. Now these are just suggested sizes, but it is really nice to work with bicone shapes and the perfect rounds of a man-made pearl. So that's an example of what we can work towards. So I'll just pop that up in the top corner there. Now to begin with, our 1mm or 18 gauge wire, our frame wire, you could, if you wanted to, go for a slightly heavier 1.25 or 16 gauge wire, and we're looking at around about 14 inches or so. Now to begin with, we're going to start by making a very open coil at one end. So in with the round nose pliers, and then start forming that to a little bit of an open coil. Now it doesn't need to be overly tight. And what we're going to do is just start moving that around to form the inside section of the first lobe of the heart. So I'm going to give that a bit of a squeeze just to give it some tension and strength. And then I'm going to allow that to just come down to a point at the bottom. So quite close to the tip of my bent chain nose pliers. I'm going to put quite a sharp, firm bend on there. Now I'm going to give that a bit of a push to make sure that that's nice and strong. If it's not quite tight enough for you, you can open that back out and then just close it once, just to give that a nice finer point. So I'm then going to use the warmth of my thumb and the shape of my thumb just to create a lovely smooth bend around the top. And we're going to chase that around so that the coil sits inside somewhere between half and 2/3 the way up of the first lobe of the heart. And I'm just going to gently coerce the wire to meet down at that base point. Now you can make these basically any size you like, but if you're looking to make something around this size, then 12 to 14 inches of wire is what you will need to do. So I'm just going to get that to sit how I think it looks prettiest. And once I've decided that that's where the size and shape of my heart is going to be set, I'm going to come again quite close to the tip of my bent chain nose pliers and put quite a firm bend, and then open that back out again, like so. And you can see there's a little bit of a dimple down at the bottom. Now I like that design. If you don't have to have that. You can just close the heart up a little bit. So I'm going to now just again use my thumb to generate that swoosh to become the second half or the second lobe of that heart shape. Now all we want to do at this stage is just get those lined up so that you've got the two parts of your heart sitting approximately symmetrical. Now one side will indeed have this swoosh and the other side will have the outer of your first swoosh there. Now I've left quite a long tail on here because that means that I can make quite a fancy bail later on if I want to. You can put pretty much any design, any which way that you like. It's a very, very simple and very easily made into your own customized design. So what I've done with my 0.6mm or 22 gauge wire is I've threaded on some man-made pearls and some crystal bicones just so that I don't have to faff around putting each bead on as we go. Now, to begin with, what I would do is start off by adding some crystals to this segment here. Now, it's basically winding on. You may prefer to do this with the wire that has been cut, and then just a little loop turned on the end to protect those beads from falling off. I'm going to try and work it so that that is on the reel, just to save wire. Now, as I say, you can have the crystals on the inside, you could have the faux pearls, it's entirely up to you. I've got faux pearls on first, so I think what I might do is just run around the outside here and just add some pearls around the outside there, which is opposite to how I've done it on the initial design. As I say, this is a lovely piece for making sure that you can be completely customizable. So I'm just going to start off by wrapping 3 or 4 times around at the base of the heart, and I'm just going to show you the basic technique for adding beads to this framework. So I've gone around 3 times with my lighter gauge, my 0.6 or 22 gauge wire, making sure that the scrap goes in the pot out of the way before I tighten that up. Give that a bit of a squeeze to make sure that it's neat and tidy, and allow that to come down to the base of the design. So what I'm going to do is allow the first bead to come into position like so. What I need to do is make sure that this is tidy. I just felt a little bit on the end of my finger there that wasn't quite neat, and that will catch on hair and clothes. So it pays to do this as you have better access at this point to make sure that that's neat and tidy. You could even take that for a further coil if it's not behaving for you. Don't want to get that out of shape too much. So I've brought the wire all the way down to the base, the point of the heart. I've allowed my bead to come into position, and what I want to do is to support underneath the framework and the bead while I draw the tail of that wire all the way around. Now what I'm looking to do is to wrap around just the section of framework that we're currently working on, and I'm going to go around that 3 times. Every time I wrap a bead into position, I'm going to have 3 turns around just the framework before I allow the next bead to come into position. Now what you will find if you are working from the spool and you've preloaded your beads into position, this wire will get slightly tense, so you may need to just turn that spool over from time to time to make sure that it doesn't get too carried away. So I'll show you one more time what this looks like. Allow that wire to come around. We're just circling around the framework, and you can see that I'm just moving the whole design to allow myself easier access until we have got 3 wraps. Now if that comes a bit loose, you can just tighten that up, and the way I do that is by putting one set of my pliers underneath, one side on top, at either end of that little section of coiling, and you end up then with very, very neat little sections. So what I would do is follow this all the way around to the top, and then I would decide where else I wanted to add my beads. Now I quite like the idea of mixing and matching inside and outside, but you can completely make this exactly how you want it to be. So this one, slightly different. We've got the beads going on the outside of the heart, both sides of the lobes, which gives it a slightly different, slightly more symmetrical, in fact, positioning. Just quite nice on the neckline, I think, anyway. Let's pop back down to the board. So just to take a look, we've got beads on the inside, beads on the outside, and it's really exactly the same process. What I would do here is continue along until I have filled up to the top of that first lobe, and then I would finish with 3 wraps and cut away maybe 4 or 5 millimeters from the point at which it will wrap around to generate the next section. I'm going to show you how to generate the neck or bail section. I'll just pop this out of the way, and I'm going to show you on a prepared framework that has no beads on it, just because it's easier to show you how it works. Now if I just open this back out, what I have done is I've cut it so it's a good sort of 3 inches or so, maybe 2 inches or so longer than I need. And I'm just going to put a little bit of a bend on that and allow that to pass inside the opposite lobe of the heart. And this is the point at which you can make any final decisions on shape. bearing in mind you'll have some beads either inside or outside. You don't even have to put them on the inner section, the little swirl here, if you don't want to. I think it looks quite attractive, but you don't have to. So I'm just going to take a second to make sure that this fits with my aesthetic ideal, quite like that. And I'm going to grip the tail section of wire, which we posted inside through the opposite lobe of the heart. I'm going to draw quite a sharp bend on that, all the way back on itself like so. And then just gripping very, very firmly, firmly even between thumb and forefinger, I'm allowing that to come upwards. And what you can do here is add either a very, very simple wrapped loop. You can leave a little bit more excess wire on the end if you'd like to, pop some coils in, or you can make it a little bit more decorative. Now what I am going to show you here is when I was coming down to the very, very base section with the tanzanite coloured Swarovski crystals, I just did a tiny bit of back and forth weaving just down at the base to join these two sections together, and it stabilises the design slightly. So there's any number of ways in which you can customise and personalise this and make it completely your own. So you can have them rather asymmetric like this one, the original one from several years ago, or this sample piece that I made the other day, which is a little bit more symmetrical in so much as the beads are wound on the outside of the framework. As I say, you can make those slightly larger if you'd like to. In terms of wire gauges, in terms of beads, it's a really simple to get to grips with design, but endless ways in which you can completely customise it. And the heart is an enduring feature that appears in both jewellery and decor, and it's a lovely gift to give as well. The gift of love, I like to think of it. I will be back with you very, very soon. My next tutorial is one that has been requested for about 5 years now, and now I have my own channel and platform to do it. I'm going to show you how to make broken heart mended, if it would like to stay still for me. So that's coming up next week. The next tutorial is also heart-based. I look forward to being back with you very soon. Please do keep an eye on my Facebook page for any sales that come up every fortnight. I look forward to catching up with you in the very near future. Bye for now.